HANA. Of course, being a base consultant, it is very easy, guys. But anyway, I need to go from my end side, whatever I want to give you. The main thing about the HANA is HANA supports only the two operating systems. One is Red Hat SUSE Linux, Red Hat Linux 6.0 and above, and SUSE Linux Enterprise Server version 11 and above. Maybe 11 SP1 onwards it is supporting. Even latest version is also supportable in 11 SP4. Even 12 is also certified. Okay. So these are the basic supportable, and in terms of hardware, Intel and IBM is supporting more. Means Intel processor based and IBM power machines, and of course Intel processor is different. And whoever is using this Intel, maybe Dell is supporting, or maybe some Hitachi, or maybe Cisco, whatever it is. But Intel based processors it is supporting. These are the certified. And again, in the hardware sizing, we will discuss about the supporting hardware vendors and approved hardware vendors by SAP. And before that, the minimum 32 GB RAM is required, guys, to install your HANA. Okay, minimum 32 GB. Of course, with 28 GB, 25 GB, we can manage, but it is better. Go always 32 GB is the best practice. But in the real time, your RAM will be more, usually based on the data footprint and all. In the sizing, we are going to discuss, but that is the minimum requirement in our practice. And basically, the basic file system is required is root. Okay, and for root at least 50 GB is required. In that root, we need to make partition like HANA shared. We need to give some file system here, and then USR SAP. As we discussed in the file system class, the database also USR SAP file system, whereas in the traditional R3 architecture, database doesn't have any other file system except its own Oracle / SID like that only. But whereas in HANA, SAP will have USR SAP and the database will have USR SAP, plus it will have /HANA as well. Whereas in Oracle /SID like that, right? Whereas in HANA /HANA and shared folder, in that /HANA / your data SID log SID like that it will be there. Along with that, USR SAP file system also will be created for HANA. And HANA operating system user is SID ADM only. Whereas in database, so in Oracle, Vora SID is there in Unix or Linux platforms, right? All Unix flavors SID ADM. Whereas in Windows, SID ADM only. But in HANA, even though your HANA is installing on Linux platform, whatever it may be the flavor, either SUSE Linux or Red Hat Linux, so no Vora SID or no HANA SID kind of users. SID ADM is the owner of the operating system. Okay, so these are we already discussed in the previous class. And at the database level, the main user for HANA is the system. Along with the schema, again the system will be there for your application. Okay, the database super privileges will have for the system user along with your other user IDs which you can create. That is a different story based on the authorizations. So this is the basic file system we required. Okay, so namesake it is a shared, but the shared can be used for this only: data and SID, log and SID, means data area and log area. Even though you did not partition anything, if you have root enough space, this all will be created, nothing to worry. But in the real time scenarios, we won't do like that. In our server we are doing like this. Okay, but in real time scenarios, every partition we need to propose how much size you required. Minimum root we will prefer 50 GB, ESR SAP 10 GB, and HANA data and log at least 10 GB we will prefer for the installation. But basic installation doesn't take much space. Okay, sorry, HANA data and log at least we require 25 GB around. Okay, and basic installation doesn't take much space. But when you are replicating the data from different data sources using SLT or BODS or flat files uploading, we will see that things later. Okay, in these cases, so your data will be grown. So considering that requirement also, we need to propose your, especially the main requirement comes in the file system of the data area. Okay, file system of the data area, that is HANA data. Under that SID, how much space you have, that for this mount point, that matters for the installation. Okay, so these are the prerequisites. And when you are installing HANA, no, like whatever it is, xclock is mandatory to work. The display environment variable, we need to set it in the real time for basis whatever we do. And we need to do it as a root user. Okay, and we will use the HDB LCM tool, lifecycle manager tool. So it automatically will be coming with the HANA installation DVD only. So now we are going to install the HANA with SPS 11. Of course, last week only SPS 12 is released. The last week only. Actually, in the previous batches, we did the upgrade from 10 to 11. But in this batch, we will do upgrade from 11 to 12. Okay, so probably that is the next week class I am planning. Okay, so by the time I'll download all the software and we'll see that. So maybe next week or after that week, whatever it is, whenever it is comfortable for us based on the topics, we will plan accordingly. So hands-on upgrade also we are going doing. And the main important thing I want to tell you, especially for this batch guys, not only this, any batch, especially here, what is the problem here is we have a limited space and a limited RAM. So it's not like a unlimited space, unlimited RAM guys. So that is the reason, when you want to practice the installation, practice, install it and uninstall it. And basically we have one standard system here, that is HA1. One standard system here, HA1. Services, some services are not started. Anything restarted? No. No, it was okay. Okay, sorry. So HA1, it's already there. So don't touch this, don't uninstall this. It is for our regular class. Okay, then whatever SID H11, D11, K11 and all the things are there, you can uninstall and install it. That's up to you. But whatever installation you have done, install it, add that system in HANA Studio and log in it and check all the things like in your system whatever is installed. But once your work is done, uninstall it. I'll show you how to uninstall also. Of course, it's easy for you guys. Okay, and now I'm going to the system level. I logged into the putty, the box HANA box 3 with IP 10.0.0.3, and here we are going to log in as a root only to do the installation normally like our SAP installation only. Okay, now our software is in the temp directory TMP. If you go ls, you can see yeah, this is the DVD name. You can see 510 50506. Okay, in this DVD, if you go data units folder, go for the data units folder. Okay, why it was so we'll reduce again the size. CD 510, sorry, CD data units. If you go inside, we see a lot of things are there guys. Actually this all supported for HANA installation. We have different features also. Whatever you require, you can use it. See HANA Shine and AFL functionalities, AFL libraries we can call it as, and client software for AX, HPNX like that. So why this required client software is, whenever you are accessing the HANA, or sometimes what will happen is, there is a scenario. Okay, your SAP HANA should be on your Red Hat Linux or SUSE Linux. But if SAP is there, that is ECC is running on HANA, BW is running on HANA, there is no rule that your BW should be on Linux like in HANA. So that it might be having your native OS, whatever you are having before migration. So in that case, that supporting OS client should be installed there. Okay, Same like your SAP, your Oracle client here. Same way here also HANA client should be installed there in the application layer side as well. Like for that reason, different OSS client software is also available in this software. Now we are going to install HANA server as a sidecar approach we are doing is as of now, because we are not having that kind of environment to install your ECC on HANA or NetWeaver on HANA, so that resource will not support for us. That is the reason, since we are more focusing on the database area, we are installing a HANA, a application platform, not application platform, just a platform edition with the sidecar approach scenario we are doing. So the software we are going to install is HANA server. So go to this folder. Okay, so Linux x86 64-bit machine, so that software only we downloaded, and we are going there. Now here, so HDB LCM, okay, and HDB LCM GUI is there. Okay, so HDB LCM command utility, it is a command based utility. Without GA, through commands you can do it. If you want, I can show in the during the end of this session how to start this. All the options whatever giving in GUI, so same we will give through the commands only. Like your BR tools, for example, if you want to extend a table space, give table space name. Like that, it will ask you write all the details. Same way it will ask you, give your SID, give your instance number, give the home directory path, give the like password of system user, give the password of SID ADM. Like that, it will ask you all the inputs. Whereas in GUI, it will ask you the all the in the GUI base, like in your SAP SWPM what we use. So like that, it will ask you. Now we are going with HDB LCM GUI. Okay, sorry. So we need to run this as dot slash. So I'm running the HDB LCM GUI. The screen, installation screen of HANA will be opening now. Okay. See here, it's saying that already in this server, the detected software components, the 11 version, it is already some software is installed with some SID. Okay, nothing to worry guys. It is already there. Our server we can install. That's the reason once your installation is done, uninstall it. That's what I am saying. Okay, so here already 110 means 11 version. As I told in the previous class also, so 70 to 79 is SPS 7, 80 to 89 is SPS 8, 90 to 99 is SPS 9, 100 to 110 is SPS 10, and sorry 109, 110 to 119 is SPS 11, 120 to 129 is SPS 12. So since it is 110, this was SPS 11. Okay, so that is how we can identify our support pack stack. Of course, other studio and all the smart data access features and all with different patch levels. Nothing to worry about it. Our main concentration is HANA database, which version you are having. Of course, the same version your AFL and TRD, everything it will be like that only. Okay, right now not a problem. Simply say next. Screen looks like small guys. Okay. RAM. See, you want to upgrade your existing system to the SPS 12, then we will use this option. But I am not going to upgrade anything. I want to go for new installation with a different SID. I want to go for new installation. Okay, so say next. Now here, see here, select the additional components for installation. You are installing database client and all, either this smart data access and all, whatever you want, you can additional components along with the HANA database server. HANA database server, it will come, but along with that, what you want. So you want some access admin feature, okay, TRDAFL and HANA Studio. Actually, we won't prefer in the server. Why? Because HANA Studio will install in our local machines, like your SAP GA. You want smart data access, like that. Whatever you want, you can select and you can continue based on your requirement. So by default, HANA client is mandatory, because without HANA client, your communication between application layer and database will not be happen. So I am putting as it is, but if you want, you can select whatever and all, and you can say next based on the requirement in your business. So now you want to go for multi-host or single host. That means multi-tenants or maybe multi-nodes. Both. Multi-host means here two meanings, guys. So you want to go like a tenant database. Tenant I did not introduce you guys. we will go later. Why? Because we should be first thorough with the concepts. Later on, giving the tenant concept will be easy for me because I know the order in which it will be easy to digest. So that is the reason I skipped the tenant concept now itself. I don't want to confuse you at this moment. So that is the reason. But excluding the tenant, the multi-host, what is the multi-host means? As I told, in HANA, the database can be put it in multiple hosts. Whereas in the traditional database, your Oracle database will have in only one host, or SQL one host, Sybase in one host only. But whereas application layer, SAP, we have multiple instances, multiple hosts. Whereas database, only one server so far. But in HANA, not like that. You can go for multi-node environment as we discussed in the previous classes. So in this multi-node environment, okay, how many nodes you want to install? Okay, so this you can choose it here. So like that you can select, but if you select, we need to have the additional host, we need to add it here. Okay, go for add host, give the other host as well, provided that should be communicating with this, that HANA shared data folder should be mounted to that server as well, that file system should be mounted there. Like that prerequisites we need to follow. Okay, but in our case we are going just with a single host system only because we don't have that kind of setup to do all that kind of. But later on we will try one server, we will try to set up, then we will try at that time like high availability and multi-node. As of now we are going with the single host system only. So simply go next. Okay, now it's showing the details of your box, that is host name of your system, and installation path HANA shared folder only it is creating. If you don't want this, you can change it, but by default it is recommended in that path only. And what is your SID? This is we need to key in, as you know, like your SAP SID only, your HANA also same, your database SID also follows the same principle. First letter is alphabet. Okay, second and third letter either alpha or numeric, no special characters, no SAP standard words like SAP, ECC, CRM. See, ECC word also contains three letters, but don't use SAP standard terminology. Or there are some words like a complete meaning like all, ALL. All will have some meaning, right? So don't use that kind of words in the even general dictionary terminology also. So use some kind of like, see, like D11, Q11, A11, H11, P11, H12, HA1, HA2, or HDB, like that. Whatever it is, even HDB also not recommended. Why? Because HANA database we will treat it as HDB only. So it's not recommended to say generally, but if you want to use, you can. But this is the general recommendation from SAP. So that is the reason we are going with the what I can say. I am going with A11. Okay, anyway we are going to uninstall this. Okay, but A11 I am going which instance number. So whatever the instance number it took, it won't show you. Remaining only, if you expand this also you can show. See, 1 2 4 3 is gone, means for the existing system we are using the 03, and zeros 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 like that are available. So in here, in the drop down list of instance number, whatever available instance numbers it will show you, whatever used numbers in the same host it won't show you. Here I am going with the 01. It will be easy to remember A11, or maybe A11 11 we will take. It will be easy for us. A11 instance number I am taking 11. So you want to go single container or multi container here. Okay, so here you can go here multi containers also. Okay, so database mode, single container, multi container, again we can decide here. Okay, but usually we are going with the single container. Multi container in the sense multi tenants. So at that time I will talk. Okay, so as of now I'm ignoring this, we are going with the single container database only. Okay, so what is the system uses? So what kind of role of the system indirectly to say? So production, test, development, and custom. What are the roles? So in the previous class I showed you like usage type we can change it, right? But while installing also you can select that. Okay, but by default for any installation you can better go with the custom. That is a good option. And here, restrict memory allocation of the server. If you want to restrict, I have 30 GB around memory, you want to restrict this much memory only HANA wants to use, you can. Otherwise leave it as it is, it whatever it is required it will use. Okay, and this is the option once installation is done. So to release all the resource and to work with that, if you want to restart HANA, select this option. Actually this is a certification question, guys, nobody will observe this. So where we can select the restart option. Okay, as soon as installation is done, at which phase or when we will select, like that it will be, because In the SP9 certification, when we are writing this came, of course, we are doing all this in our server. That's the reason we remember, and we are able to finish that. But this is where in the installation GUI we can do, or we can select the option, or this is not mandatory. You can ignore that also. But it is a better go with the restart. Okay. Say next. Any questions, guys, so far? Is there any advantage if you select this option? Any guess?
Yeah.
Why? What?
There is advantage and disadvantage. If you don't want HANA to start at that on the reboot, and you want to do some other configuration, then it will be a disadvantage. The advantage of this is you don't have to do start as HANA separately, you know.
Yeah, it
Basically, we
anyway, no,
start.
no. Anyway, automatically HANA will be started by the time installation completed, right? Why we need to restart?
This is not for that. This restart is for every time you reboot the server,
Yeah, okay.
the HANA will start up automatically. That's
Okay,
what it means.
that's true. Yes. And apart from that, HANA startup. Okay, this meaning is restart system after machine reboot. Okay. So in any way it will be done, but we need to start it. But it is not recommended for the general purpose, right? Why? Because it should be in our control. We should not listen to the our mission. Mission should listen to us. If you do this, automatically it's coming up means. But if you have some work, after finishing that work, only OS is started. Let us say OS is restarted. Mission. So if you want to restart your system, you stopped the OS, of course stopped HANA, stopped OS and started OS. If HANA is coming up, but before coming up HANA, you want to do some other activities from OS level. In that case, it is not recommended, right? So, and also we should know when to start or when to stop. Okay, it should be in our control. That is the reason it is not required to select. But if you want this option, you can. But this you can enable later on also during the parameters. That is a different story. But this is the one option, especially in the certification it was asking. That's why I'm highlighting. Now say simply next. See where your data and area, data area and log area is created. See what's the path is showing HANA data SID. Whatever SID we had given A11, that is the reason it is showing HANA data SID. And your host name is showing you, say same host HANA box 3 we are using with IP003, and it is asking you your SID password, SID ADM, sorry. So whatever the password here I am giving admin123, guys, we are following admin123 A capital, your choice, whatever you used, so you can use it. Okay. So and the group administrator user ID group and all, what the ID number it is taking, by default it takes some number which is available in the system, nothing to worry about that. And your home directory of your SAP is, that means your HANA is ESR SAP SID home. Okay, so ESR SAP SID home for the HANA. Okay, that SIDDM user home directory, nothing but. So when you log in CD enter, after switching to SIDDM user, you will be in this path only, nothing but. Okay, say next. No need to change all this. See here, database password, system password. Why? Because he owns all the authorizations, majority authorizations in the database. It is a super user from the database point of view in HANA. So give the password here, whatever it is you want. One capital letter, one small letter, one numeric minimum 8 length, like that. Say next. Now summary, review and confirm, like in your SAP summary phase. Okay, it shows you all the inputs whatever you had given. So review it once as per the required by your client or management, whatever they told, instructed SID and instance numbers and all, whatever you had selected and whatever you not selected also. See the AFL, HANA AFL and HANA Studio I did not select it. So these features not going to install with this HANA database server. Okay, now install it. So any questions before clicking on install? In the box 3 I'm installing. Anyway, we will uninstall this, nothing to worry. Like that you guys
For the
have to install and uninstall again. Yes, please.
For the memory param, is there a parameter we can control after starting a restriction of the memory you put
Yeah,
in
we
for
can do
30?
it later, but nowadays, now we are allowing a maximum memory whatever system is available to finish installation. Why? Because we have
Right, right.
30 GB, right? 30 GB is mandatorily required to install. If you make
You remember offhand what parameters was? Or?
no. What you are asking, before installation or after installation?
No, no. At the time, if you go back to previous.
Yeah. Yes.
No, no. Go forward, go forward. Right here, right? The memory restriction.
Yeah.
We're restricted here for 30 gigabytes. Eventually, let's say we put more memory and we want to give more memory to HANA. Is there like a parameter or setting?
No,
Where
no.
do we set this?
Here, why it is taking 30 maximum is your system memory is 30 GB. You allocated.
No, no. My question is, let's say my system memory is 200 GB and we're only allowing 32 GB, right? Right now.
That means you
After
allocated.
completing the installation, how do we change this option?
No,
Memory.
no. This is for initially for installation only. Okay.
Okay.
If you change the memory of the system later on, you increase, you can change from the memory parameters from configuration tab.
Okay, from there you can change it,
Yeah,
memory
you can
parameters.
change it. Global memory allocation limit is there.
Global.ini. Okay, yeah.
Global memory
Yeah, I
allocation.
don't know what parameters they go there, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So there we can readjust again these memories. This is just now for installation purpose we are checking. So now if everything is okay, say install. Now it not even takes 20 minutes, guys. In our server 30 GB. Okay, this goes good. It will install. So now this is about the installation. Now your activity is, so install it, uninstall it. Why? Because others needs to practice, even Bala and why Praveen Bala. Okay. So please use like that. Okay. So install it and uninstall it. Whenever one is installing, let others know. Ping in the group, your WhatsApp group, so that others can come to know who is working on the server. Once your installation is done, your work is done, uninstall it and ping back, my work is done. Somebody can work it. Like that, coordinate yourself, guys. So based on your free time, so you can use the server, install it and install it. And after installation, not only installation is not required. You need to add that system in the studio. Okay, and open the admin console and check all these things, ports and all, what it was taken, what instance number it took. Okay, and once you checked all this, then uninstall it, stop it, uninstall it. Okay, so like that, uninstall it, so that others will start working on that for installation again. This is what we are doing. Okay, any questions, guys, here?